Loyalty in hard times, a true friend is not the one who claps for you when everything is perfect. A true friend is the one who stays when your world is falling apart. Loyalty is not tested in comfort. It is tested in chaos. Anyone can smile with you at a party, but only a real friend will sit with you in silence when you are broken, when you have lost a job, when you are grieving, or when the whole world has turned against you. Loyalty means they don't disappear when you become inconvenient. They don't vanish when your problems become too heavy to carry. Think about the people around you right now. How many of them have actually stayed through your worst chapter, not just your best photos? Loyalty is proven in the moments nobody is watching, in 2 a.m. phone calls, in showing up uninvited just because they sensed something was wrong. It's the friend who defends your name in a room where you are not present, who refuses to believe rumors without hearing your side first. This kind of loyalty cannot be bought, faked, or rushed. It is built quietly, brick by brick, through crisis after crisis. If you have even one person like this in your life, you are already richer than most millionaires. Because loyalty like this is the rarest currency on earth, and no amount of money can manufacture it artificially. Honesty, even when it hurts. A true friend will hurt your feelings today to save your future tomorrow. This is one of the hardest truths about real friendship. It is not always comfortable. Fake friends will always agree with you, always tell you what you want to hear, always clap, even when you're making a mistake. But a real friend will look you in the eyes and say, "I don't think this is right for you," even if it risks the friendship itself. That kind of honesty takes courage, because most people would rather stay silent and keep the peace. A true friend chooses truth over comfort, growth over approval. They will tell you when your business idea is weak, when your relationship is toxic, when your habits are destroying you, not to hurt you, but because they care more about your future than your temporary happiness with them. This is the difference between someone who wants to be liked by you and someone who genuinely wants the best for you. Painful honesty from a real friend is a form of love that most people never learn to appreciate until years later, when they realize that person was right all along and was simply brave enough to risk the friendship to protect you from yourself. Unconditional support without judgment. A real friend supports your dreams even when they don't fully understand them. They don't laugh at your ambitions. They don't make you feel small for wanting something bigger. When you fail, they don't say, "I told you so." They simply ask, "What's the next step?" This kind of support has no conditions attached. It's not, "I'll be there for you if you succeed." It's, "I'll be there for you no matter what happens." A true friend celebrates your wins without jealousy and holds you up during your losses without judgment. They see your mistakes, your embarrassing moments, your failures, and they still choose to stand beside you. This is rare, because human nature often mixes friendship with silent competition. But real friendship removes ego completely. It says, "Your success does not threaten me, and your failure does not define you in my eyes." This unconditional nature is what separates true bonds from convenient ones. Convenient friendships fade the moment support becomes inconvenient or unprofitable. True friendship grows stronger exactly in those moments, because it was never about benefit in the first place. It was about genuine connection, built on accepting a person completely, flaws and all, without ever needing them to be perfect. Trust built over time. Trust is not given, it is earned, slowly, through consistency. A true friend proves themselves not through big promises, but through small, repeated actions over years. They keep your secrets locked away forever. They show up when they say they will. They don't use your vulnerabilities against you during an argument. This kind of trust cannot be rushed or faked for long eventually. True character always reveals itself. You can trust a real friend with your weaknesses, your fears, your embarrassing past, knowing it will never be used as a weapon against you later. Trust means you can fall asleep knowing your secrets are safe with them, even years after the friendship faces distance or disagreement. It's built through hundreds of small moments, a promise kept, a secret protected, a difficult truth handled with care instead of gossip. This is why new friendships feel exciting, but old friendships feel safe, because trust is a slow-growing tree, not an instant flower. The people who have earned deep trust in your life are the ones who have consistently shown again and again that your heart is safe in their hands. And that is a gift far more valuable than any material possession you could ever receive. Selfless giving without expectation. A true friend gives without keeping score. They don't help you today expecting a favor tomorrow. Real friendship operates outside the transactional mindset most relationships fall into. They will drive hours to help you move, lend money without anxiety about repayment, or simply listen for hours without checking the clock, not because they owe you, but because they genuinely want to. This selflessness is rare in a world that often teaches people to calculate what's in it for me. A true friend's generosity comes from love, not obligation. They celebrate quietly behind the scenes, promote your work without being asked, defend you in rooms you'll never even know about. This kind of giving asks for nothing in return, and that is exactly what makes it so powerful and pure. When someone gives to you without expecting anything back, it reveals their true character, that their care for you exists independently of what you can offer them. This is the opposite of fake friendships built on mutual benefit alone. Selfless giving is quiet, consistent, and often invisible, but its impact is deeply felt over a lifetime, reminding us that some of the most valuable things in life were never meant to be measured or repaid. Presence, not just words. Words are cheap, presence is priceless. A true friend doesn't just say, "Call me if you need anything." They actually show up. They sit with you in the hospital waiting room. They attend your important days even when it's inconvenient for them. They notice when you go quiet and check in without needing to be asked. This is the final and most powerful proof of true friendship: physical, emotional, and mental presence during both joy and pain. Anyone can send a text saying, "Thinking of you," but a true friend actually shows up at your door. Presence means choosing to be there, again and again, through years of change, distance, and life's chaos. It's the friend who remembers small details about your life because they were truly listening, not just waiting for their turn to speak. In a world full of empty promises and hollow words, genuine presence is the ultimate act of love. If someone consistently shows up for you not just when it's convenient, but especially when it's hard, that is the clearest, most undeniable sign that you have found something incredibly rare: a true friend. What if the people clapping for you today would disappear the moment your life falls apart? What if half the friends around you right now are only there for your good days and would vanish the second things got messy? Sit with that question for a second, because the answer changes everything about how you see the people in your life. Real friendship is not proven in comfort. It is proven in chaos. It's proven at 2 in the morning when your world is collapsing and one person still picks up the phone. It's proven when you lose your job, when you're grieving, when everyone else has already turned away, and somehow this one person is still standing there. That's loyalty. And loyalty like that cannot be bought with money, cannot be rushed, cannot be faked for long. It's built quietly, through crisis after crisis, until one day you realize you found something most people search their entire lives for and never get. But here's the part that surprises people. A true friend will hurt you today to save you tomorrow. They won't clap when you're making a mistake. They'll look you straight in the eyes and say the one sentence you didn't want to hear, because they care more about your future than your temporary comfort with them right now. That kind of honesty takes courage most people don't have. It risks the entire friendship just to protect you from yourself. And years later, you realize they were right the whole time. Now think about support. Real support has no conditions attached. It's not, "I'll be there if you succeed." It's, "I'll be there no matter what happens." A true friend celebrates your wins without jealousy, quietly eating them alive, and holds you up during your losses without ever saying, "I told you so." Your success doesn't threaten them. Your failure doesn't define you in their eyes. That kind of support is rare, because most relationships secretly carry competition. True friendship removes the ego completely. And then there's Trust the slow-growing tree that can't be rushed. Trust isn't built through big promises. It's built through small, repeated moments. Keeping a secret when it would have been easy to gossip. Showing up when they said they would, every single time. Never using your vulnerabilities as a weapon during an argument. That's why old friendships feel safe, while new ones just feel exciting. Trust takes years, but it can be broken in seconds, which is exactly why it's so valuable when it survives. Selfless giving is another quiet proof. A true friend doesn't keep score. They don't help you today, expecting a favor tomorrow. They give because they want to, not because they owe you. And in a world that constantly calculates, what's in it for me? That kind of generosity is almost extinct. But maybe the most powerful proof of all is presence, not words, not promises, but actually showing up. Anyone can text, call me if you need anything. A true friend actually knocks on your door. They sit beside you in silence when there's nothing left to say. They notice when you disappear and check in without being asked. In a world full of empty words, presence is the loudest form of love there is. So ask yourself again, what if you've been surrounded by convenience your whole life and never realized that true friendship looks completely different? Loyalty in your worst moments. Honesty even when it stings. Support without conditions. Trust earned slowly. Giving without keeping score. And presence that never fades. If even one person in your life carries these 6 things, hold on to them tightly, because that kind of friendship is one of the rarest treasures a human being can ever find. True friendship was never about convenience, comfort, or perfect words. It was always about loyalty, honesty, support, trust, selflessness, and presence, all working together quietly in the background of your life. If you have someone like this, don't take them for granted. And if you're that kind of friend to someone else, know that you are giving them a gift that money could never buy. What if the people clapping for you today would vanish the moment your life fell apart tomorrow? What if you've spent years calling someone a friend, but they've never once shown up during your worst moments, only your best ones? That's not friendship. That's convenience, wearing a friendly mask. A true friend is different. They stay when the room empties out. They tell you the truth even when it costs them your comfort. They support your dreams without needing credit. They trust you with silence. They give without keeping score. And most importantly, they show up, physically and emotionally, when it matters most. So ask yourself right now, out of everyone around you, who would still be standing beside you if everything fell apart tomorrow? Hold on to that person, because true friendship, real friendship, is one of the rarest and most powerful things a human being will ever experience in an entire lifetime.